When it comes to fishing sunglasses, there's a very wide variety of different brands, styles, lens colors, frames. Price is a big factor. You know, you can go with the cheap gas station pair of sunglasses, or you can go and spend a couple $100s on some very nice expensive sunglasses. And so in this video, I kind of want to help you narrow down your selection and talk to you guys a little bit about my most recent partnership, and that is Hobie Eyewear. So you might not know Hobie for being an eyewear or sunglass company. You probably know them for their fishing kayaks. Before they started doing kayaks, they did do sunglasses. They also did catamarans, and they even did surfboards. That's where they actually started, was with surfboards back in the 60s. And in my opinion, you know, what better company to make sunglasses for people that spend a lot of time around water than a company like Hobie that literally is just a water-based company. So I'm pretty excited to partner with them. They've been getting more into the fishing side of things. They have a couple of guys that they sponsor in the Elite Series now as far as bass fishing goes. And there's tons of brand ambassadors like myself in the fishing world, the surfing world, you name it, anything around water. So when I'm looking for a pair of fishing specific sunglasses, there's a few features that I really like to pay attention to. One, they obviously have to be polarized. With Hobie, all of their lenses are polarized. Another thing I like to do is block out light. Hobie makes a bunch of different styles in their more wrapped, kind of curved style, where it kind of wraps around your face, helps block out light, and something I never even really thought about until I found Hobie. If you're fishing, or even if you're just around water, you're around water, right? And what happens in water? Some things float and some things sink. You know, you can have a warranty on a nice expensive pair of sunglasses. If you crack them, scratch them, break them, whatever might happen to them, your dog gets them, like actually what just happened to me, they have a warranty for all that. But if you drop them in the water and lose them in the water, they don't have a warranty for that, because you could be lying. You could just be like, oh, I'm just gonna say I dropped them in the water, give them to my buddy, sell them to my buddy, sell them to someone. They can't cover that. With Hobie though, Hobie has a whole floating line of sunglasses. So if you drop them in the water, you do not have to worry about them sinking down to the bottom. And that's a huge plus, because there's nothing worse than not having glasses for the rest of the day. And yes, you can get things like the lanyards where they slide onto the things and they have like a little float. I personally don't like those because they just get annoying, especially when I throw up my hood like this. It'll just kind of get in the way in the back here. So having glasses that just already float is such a bonus. Hobie does have a lifetime warranty, by the way. And so when it comes to the price of Hobie sunglasses, their whole motto is built for the pros, price for everybody. You're not gonna pay over $115, I think. And if you use the link down in the description below, you'll definitely pay less than $115, because there's a discount code that if you just use that link, it'll automatically go through it. Or if you just wanna use the discount code, JHegarty15, that's JHEGARTY 15. And so as far as lenses go, Hobie has several different options. There's three that I personally like a lot, specifically for fishing and even certain conditions. So first, let's talk about the base colors. So as you can see with this one, this is a gray base. And as you might be able to see over here, this is a copper base. And so gray base, it just darkens things up. You know, this is what I would use for the most brightest conditions. Super bright, a lot of glare. This would be good for your offshore fishing, especially with the cobalt blue mirror finish. I really like the mirror finishes, kind of helps reflect light and block out more light. And with that gray base, that's probably their darkest lens that they have. But I would say if you had to choose one, it would probably be the copper base. It's a little bit lighter, I guess, than the gray. It's still, you know, quite shaded, and it still works well as sunglasses, obviously. But the copper, it really makes everything pop. It makes the sky bluer, the trees greener. It's such a cool feeling, put it on copper-based lenses. And these are probably my favorite for just all-around conditions, especially for freshwater and bass fishing, and even like inshore saltwater fishing. I would probably go with the copper base, because it helps kind of make things pop in the water, around the water. If you're looking for structure, like for bass fishing, you're looking for grass lines, stumps, rock piles, whatever you might be looking for. And inshore saltwater fishing, you might be looking for oyster beds. They're definitely dark enough, so if it's bright and sunny out, you can still definitely wear them. And then they're a little bit lighter than the gray, and so if it is a little bit overcast like it is right now, these could be a good option, and just a good all-around option. So those two are really awesome. But there is another style that I like specifically for fishing, and these were actually made specifically for fishing, and that is this yellow base lens, and this is called the Sightmaster Plus. Now, what's really cool about the Sightmaster Plus plus is that it actually kind of brightens things up. You might be thinking, why would you get sunglasses that make things look brighter? Well, it's for exactly kind of the conditions we got right now. Overcast, cloudy, early in the morning, later in the afternoon. It's always been kind of hard to decide whether or not you want to wear sunglasses, but there's still a ton of glare, and so you want to put them on, but you put them on, it's just too dark, and then you take them off and there's too much glare. And so these are awesome for low light conditions. I love it so much. It has been such a game changer. Just recently, I had an awesome day throwing big glide baits on an overcast day. If you know anything about big swim baits and big glide baits in particular, you're constantly looking at your bait. You're making sure you're working it right, making sure it has a good action, and you're looking for followers and stuff. And having a pair of glasses that actually brightens things up and actually lets you see better on these overcast days, it's such a game changer. Let's talk a little bit about the different styles now, because I have quite a few. So these ones right here are actually called the Mojo floats. They are unfortunately not available on the website right now, but I do believe that they're going to be getting them back in stock soon. But at the time of filming this, they're not available on the website. I think they might even be making some updates to them, so they're going to be making them even better. And they also have something like this, which is the Everglades float. And as you can see, they're both pretty similar. They're both nice and curved wraps, so they wrap around your face really well. Whereas with something that's a little bit more flat like this, that was almost really bad. Something that's a little bit more flat like this, these are the Monarchs, and they kind of let light in on the sides. So they do have a fix for that, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. You know, that more flat style is still good. You can definitely still use them for fishing, but I really like having that wrapped sides and just being able to have a lens cover my entire vision. Basically, the difference with these is that the Everglades are actually a more medium-sized fit. For me personally, I have a little bit of a smaller head. The Everglades fit me really well. I'm actually a full-time landscaper, and so I do wear these at work when I'm landscaping, cutting grass. It can get real dusty, and I found that this medium-sized fit helps keep the dust out as much as possible. The Mojos are a large size. Now they do fit me, but I can feel that it's just a little bit too big. So I'm definitely probably more on the medium size as far as their different sizing goes. Large definitely fit me well, but they're just a little bit big. Not too big, but just a little bit big. And then if you have like a little bit of a larger head, larger face, and maybe you've kind of struggled finding sunglasses that fit you right, that look good on you, they actually have an even bigger size in the same kind of style called the Bluefins, and they're sized as an extra large. And then if you're on the opposite end, if you have a little bit of a smaller size face, they actually have the Snook floats, which are again kind of this similar style, but they are a little bit smaller. I actually did order a pair of those and they didn't really fit me right, so I sent them back. And so there's a ton of options as far as this more sporty kind of wrapped look. I really like these for fishing and stuff, but I'm not really a big fan of wearing these kind of just anywhere else besides fishing or on the water. I kind of like more of a relaxed fit, something that might be a little bit more flat, a little bit more square. So these ones right here in particular, these are the Monarchs. These are an awesome pair of glasses as well. These actually have a really cool feature. So they actually come with these things right here, and you can actually clip these on and create a little blinder for the side. They also even come with this little strap for the back, and so you can just strap this onto the arms, put that around your head, and you can have them strapped down if you really want to secure them. The Monarchs are floating glasses as well, so you don't have to worry about them falling off and losing them in the water because they are floating. But these would be a good option if you kind of want the best of both worlds as far as blocking light, a good stylish look, and floating. You know, you get it all with these. Now another awesome style, and these might take the cake for me as far as looks go. I really like these right here. These are the Huntingtons. So the Huntingtons are a really good looking frame style. They come in this tortoise shell. They also come in a satin black. One thing about these is that they're not the floating ones, but one thing that's really cool about these is that they have interchangeable lenses. So you can take the lens out, you can put in all types of different colors. Hobie has a ton of different lenses, so you can get any of the styles of lenses that you want for these. Frames, I believe, are only like 60 bucks, and then the lenses kind of differ. So if you do want a wide variety of lenses, you can go with something like the Huntingtons. The Huntington case actually comes with this little divider, this little thing that you can keep your lenses in, and you can get a bunch of different lenses. And so I do have the Sightmaster lenses for these right here, and I even have the cobalt blue with the gray base right there. And then my favorite, like I said, is the copper base. Hobie actually makes a blue light blocking lens called the Screen Master, especially if you're someone that does a lot of computer work, if you're someone that might work from home or spend a lot of time looking at a screen. And so I wear these when I'm editing videos. I wear these when when I'm going to the beach, sometimes when I'm fishing. So I probably wear the Huntingtons the most out of all the pairs that I have. The only downside of them is that they don't float, and you can actually buy one of those strings that you can attach that do float. So if you wanted to get one of those, Hobie does make one of those as well. They have a little bit of that rubber on the nose, so even if you were worried about these falling in the water, I mean, they stay on your face pretty good with that little bit of rubber on the nose. I do like that a lot about them. So like I said, the Huntingtons are such an awesome style. I just like this style the most. I think if I had to choose one, it's such a tough decision going between something like the Huntingtons and something like the Everglades or the Mojos. For fishing, I would have to say something like the Everglades or the Mojos. I mean, these are just the way to go. They float. If you can get multiples of these, maybe get one copper, one Sightmaster, you can be covered pretty well. And so I do like the Everglades and the Mojos for fishing specifically. If I'm fishing, these are the ones I'm picking out. But if you can only choose one pair and you want all the different lens styles, I would definitely go with the Huntingtons. I mean, I feel like I can wear them doing anything. They're really lightweight, super comfortable to wear. And those are just some of the options that they have. The Monarchs, the Everglades, the Mojos, the Huntingtons, the Bluefins, the Snook floats. They have men's, women's. I actually just ordered my mom and my dad a pair of sunglasses for their birthdays because both of their birthdays are like really close together. I got my dad the Coastal floats, and then I got my mom a pair of the Mariposa. I think I'm pronouncing that right, but it's like the classic mom sunglass look, and she loves them. They're floating as well, so they can take them on the water and stuff, not have to worry about them falling in the water. And those are just some of the styles. You know, they have just tons of options on their website. So that is about it. I hope that kind of narrowed down your options as far as different sunglasses for fishing specifically, but you can wear Hobie eyewear anytime, anywhere, especially around water. They've been in and around the water for over 60 years. They're a surfboard company, catamaran company, then got into eyewear. Now they make kayaks. I think they even make like e-bikes and stuff too. So Hobie's just an awesome company. I'm super stoked to be a part of it. Like I said, if you guys want to go check some out for yourself, there'll be links down in the description below. If you use that link or this code, you'll save 15% off. And with all that being said, I hope this helped you decide what sunglasses you wanted to get. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.